Okay, hello and welcome everyone. This is Archaean. Okay, I'm so bad at the introduction, but I'm playing the game Slayer Princess, and this is Slayer Princess. But before we do that, let's read the warnings. I mean, I'm not gonna read the warning, I've read it before. But yeah, just pay attention to this. And the more important part, a disclaimer. And I'm gonna use my deep voice for this. I mean, it's not very professional, but whatever. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. I know I botched that, but come on, let's go. Okay, so I changed some setting about the game in the preference section. I changed the game to full screen and stuff, and the music went off because I have a problem with full screen. And so the boil effect is on, the parallax effect is on, and the flickering images are on. So be warned. Anyways, let's start the game. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
What?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Grim. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, so many options. Okay, explore the end of the world. What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around and leave. Okay, I'm gonna go with something I find funny. Okay, have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the ending, with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
But my character does.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Right. Okay, can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Yeah, right. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Uh-huh. Okay. Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a job? Doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
I don't think so. I have a very wild and vivid imagination. I mean, the vivid part is not necessarily needed, but yeah, I imagine in broad strokes. Okay, the end of the world. What are you talking about? Let's just ask that.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay. If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Not a good point. Okay, look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Wait, isn't that actual... never mind.
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Very greatly, I hope.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Now I'm just looking at my camera and I just noticed it's a bit tilted. Do you guys feel tilted? Am I looking tilted to you? Okay, I'm confused. Never mind.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Voice of the hero.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay, proceed into the cabin. We proceed into the dark cabin. I mean, it's not dark actually.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Suspicious.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Honestly, at first glance, this seems like it's a ritual for summoning a demon, and it requires a blood sacrifice of high nobility or pure of heart. Enter the basement. We do.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I like the art style. It's like the hand-drawn style is pretty cool, but at the same time it feels it has a personality that I haven't seen in other games.
Her voice
Many
carries
other
up
games.
the stairs.
Okay.
Who's there?
Okay, that sound is enough for me to kill her. That's not a princess. That's probably a warrior who's been trapped there for centuries and is blood hungry.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Yet that is not a kind.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall
That's a
of the basement.
chain.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Wait, are you a hero or a coward and a simp?
Focus on the task at hand.
The narrator.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Wow, the arrogance. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. No. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Yeah, tightening grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Look at those glassy eyes. Good lord, that's a cat face.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steal.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Okay, just because she's arrogant, I am being very tempted to just, what if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? What? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade. Stay the princess. I'm just gonna ask if she's not armed.
I'm positive.
Okay, the
I'm
narrator
not.
was positive.
But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife?
I'm gonna slay the
Charge
princess.
the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you, and then blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
Okay, finish the job.
With the last bit of your will, you press
I'm not
forward,
gonna go
sinking the blade
die.
deep into the princess's heart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna die without a fight. Wow. Okay. Am I a lizard or a bird?
Oh,
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
Interesting.
somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder, do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
Hopefully, yes.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Okay. I mean, even if I don't succeed, I fought, and I mean, there is a knife sticking out of your chest, so I'm happy.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Thank you, narrator. You can die as well. Chapter 2: The Razor.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
What? I died. What am I doing
I
here?
can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the... If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Good point. That's a very
Stabbed
good
to
point.
death.
Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess...
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't. But it turns out she did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death.
That's literally.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons. So there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job.
Okay, let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Oh, I'm being indulged.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did exactly what you said. Sounds to me like you probably had some kind of elaborate nightmare, in which case I shouldn't be held accountable for what supposedly happened. But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
I mean, I died, that was a consequence, and I presumably killed the princess, but it was a bit blurry at the end, so I'm not gonna vote on her fate.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah, you're a fool.
Yes,
Established.
but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Very good question.
Screw this. Who cares what
They would
happened to
die.
everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
I'm not gonna listen to you.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else.
Maybe not. I mean, time rewinds.
She just caught us by surprise last time. She can't do that twice. So long as we're careful, we can
You
win this.
literally said the same concept before we were killed. You said, like, if she has a weapon, she needs to draw it, and we can see it. We saw it. I mean, we sure did see it, but after she saw it already.
That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
Okay. Let's proceed to the cabin. Again.
A warning. Before she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with...
We know what to look out for this time. We know to just stay focused.
Okay, proceed into the cabin. A huge amount of light sources.
The interior of the cabin is a
Okay.
jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, I'm gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer.
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Oh,
I hope you know
shit.
how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Very different.
Okay, why is the cabin different?
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
How would you know?
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
I'm gonna take the
You take the
blade.
blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the...
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
I mean, we did last time. I did go down swinging.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Good
revealing
Lord.
what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
That's right. Scraping. I told you she has some.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
That sounds even worse than the last one.
There is something so
And that
wrong
one
with
was
that
bad.
voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Why it's a tunnel, not a room? And why Why does it have a roof? Okay, I'm confused. But I like it.
I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Okay, there are a lot of options. Look, I know that you are mad at me, but I think we both just need to let bygones be bygones. What happened after you died last time? What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world and you slashed my throat last time. Nobody has to die. Okay, what are you going to do if I let you out? Okay, fine, I'm coming closer to free you. You'd better not try anything. Approach the princess. Yeah, I'm not trusting this by. Screw it. I'm a. Hmm. Okay.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I... And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death.
I
It
didn't
would
say.
be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
I did not say anything about those things.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately,
Yeah, I don't believe she's not armed. She's definitely armed. I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
Yeah, I agree.
She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
Can someone turn off the narrator?
But you know who is armed?
Oh my god.
You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting...
Okay, what happened to you after? What if I... Okay, I'm gonna be honest.
That doesn't sound like me.
There you go again, talking up delusions about a past life experience that clearly didn't happen. Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth. I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember. Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
Okay, fine, I'm coming closer to you, to free you. You'd better not try anything. Yes, I'm not trusting you, trusting this. Bye. Screw it, I'm gonna slay the princess.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room. Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
Yeah, I think we die.
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours. Hers, at first. Then yours.
Hehe.
How? What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
What?
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Agreed.
You're going to die now.
Oh, thank you for announcing that. Thank you. That was very... Nope. I can't keep
With a
this up.
twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you...
The Arms Race, Chapter 3. Wow.
You're on a path... No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're... What? I feel dizzy.
What?
Ho 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 ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Nobody holds the cards. That's how it's always been. That's unfortunately how reality works.
Yeah.
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
We have a new individual in our team. Group.
Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win. And if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
We have two new individuals.
Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many? This is our third?
Yes.
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
This guy needs a break.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it.
Wow. Deciding for me already.
Okay, sure. You take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without... This feels right. We just have to keep us... That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now. That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
Good question.
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
What door?
But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't. If it's in our way, let's just break it.
Approach the mirror yet again.
Make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. And the mirror's gone. Ah, surprise. It was never there. Just an illusion.
Okay.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now. Guess it's time for us to see her again.
So many voices. Like, oof, bunch of angry people.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Yeah, right.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Yeah.
Your
They
body
said the
tumbles
wrong
onto
way.
the basement floor, and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going. Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
The yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The past isn't real. There's only here.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound
Okay.
of slicing meat.
From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Very mature and classy. That's my thoughts on the princess.
She's
That's
loose,
crazy.
and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Oh my god. She's free. We do it.
Shit. She's coming for us, and I'm out of ideas.
Okay, we are going to fight her again, and we are going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves. What kind of logic is that? We are going to unconditionally go to hell with that idea. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her. I'm okay. She has swords for arms and we don't. We are panicking. No, we aren't. I mean, I would be in that situation. I mean, imagine someone marching at you with sword arms. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat it. Oh my god. Okay, all of these ideas suck. Let's think of something better. I think I didn't read one. Okay. Nope, I read that. I read that. Nah,
Yeah, that's right, we just have to think. There's probably an answer if we...
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
You don't have time to finish your thought. In a moment, she's across the room, blades flashing in the she skewers. Ow!
What a surprise.
Yeah, we don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us.
Where did you pop out from, skeptic?
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die.
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead, and that's all we'll ever be. Dead, dead, dead,
Another one.
dead, dead.
Good lord.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extreme. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances.
Yeah,
Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than...
We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us.
agreed.
All we need is to keep...
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
As long as we keep moving.
Come on, show me.
Okay, plan. Now.
Okay. I'm gonna do the second best idea. I'm going to try flirting with her.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
She's growing blades. Like fingers and blades.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
What's the point? It's all the same.
The broken is broken.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Just panic! Flee! She skewers you.
It's just the narrator. She skews you. She skews you. She skews you. You're skewed. Skewering. Blood.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
Yeah, like the narrator really does a good job.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one.
Was it?
She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it
Hello,
feels.
cold.
She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad.
We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time, that's all we need. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you.
Right.
And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Continuous death without end. Mind shattered. Psyche broken. Is this the oblivion we move toward? Okay, chapter 4. Mutually assured destruction. Mutually assured destruction. What?
Don't
the
lose
hell
your
am I
head.
doing?
We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here.
Okay. I'm gonna save. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I am lost. This is my first actual video. Confusing as hell. If you watched it through the video this far, which, let's be honest, I don't think anyone did. Thank you. But yeah, I'm trying to get better. So, thank you for watching. And my next video will be better. And the next one will be better. And the next one will be better. Until they are all the best there is. Have a good day. And be sure to slay your princesses. Okay, that came out wrong. Don't listen to princesses. Goodbye. Oh no, wait. I said that too soon. Not goodbye. No, I can't say goodbye. Goodbye.